Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel. This is MT again. um, let's talk about becoming a bus driver. Well, if that was on your mind, um, what do I need, what training would I get, what benefit would I get being a bus driver, what are the hours like, what is the shift pattern. So if you're interested in becoming a bus driver, well, I'll give you a bit of a tips and hints on how to be a bus driver. So let's go to a few steps. Okay, how to become a bus driver? Well, let me tell you about myself. Well, when I got my license was in 1999, my car license. Well, I was really excited when I got my license. I used to pay 20 quid for 1 hour, and that was a lot of money for me. And I used to work in a Queen's Market, in a little market. I was earning my own money. I was studying in college, and I never knew that car license were important. So thanks to my instructor, I passed my driving tests, and also thanks to my family, my parents and my brother, for helping me through the tough that I went through my test. Well, a couple of years later, my brother, who was a bus driver and who has been driving buses for so many years, he actually introduced me to his company, and he told me to become a bus driver. So I never thought of me being a bus driver. I always thought I can be a businessman. I had a thought that I will be working somewhere that it will be a 9 to 5 job, earning a lot of money or having a relaxing life, traveling the world. But I never thought I would be a bus driver. So I said I'll give it a try. I love driving, so went to his recruitment manager. I sat down. He asked me a couple of questions, English, maths, a couple of questions on highway codes. Then after that, he asked me, when can you start? I said, well, I can start whenever you like. So he told me, can you start on Monday? So this was just 2 weeks before Christmas in 2002. So when I done my training, I had one hell of an instructor, and I was really nervous because I never driven a bus. So it's been nearly 3 years I had my license, and I never thought of me driving a bus in 3 years. So my instructor took me around so many places, showed me all the tips on how to pass my practical tests. So the company had the examiners and the tests within themselves. So they had the practical and the theory. So I had to do my theory. That was multiple choice questions, like what's happening now on the computer. And the first time ever I had to do a hazard perception. That was introduced in 2002, and I was new to that. So when I was new, I failed. So let's try number 2. So second one, I passed with flying colours when I found out it was really easy and what to do. After that, if you do not pass your practical, if you do not pass your theory, you do not pass your theory or your hazard perception, you cannot go to the next stage. But if you keep failing that, I don't know how, but I had a choice with me that if I failed again, I'll be out of the job. I would not become a bus driver. So they gave you 2 chances. Now I don't know how many chances they give. So Luckily on my second attempt I passed. When it came to my practical, I passed in first go, and I was really happy. I was sat in the classroom, I was learning all the customer services and health and safeties, how the ticket machine works. Back in the days we had different ways of issuing tickets, wayfarers or wayfares. We had a module that we used to use, how to program that. Child fares, what child fares issue, what area you need to issue. So there was a lot of different things that we had to learn in the classroom. So we spent a week in the classroom. Now in this age, everything has changed. You sit in a classroom and they simply tell you how to use your ATM machines and how does the Oyster reader works, how does the Oyster card works, how does the MDT work, that's the mobile data transmitter, how does that work. So they teach you all that. Now once you've successful in all three stages, it means basically if you passed your multiple choice, your hazard perception and your practical, then you're in. So the company will offer you the job, and you're working for them now. So when you're working for them, you get another sort of training, that is a CPC. That is a certification of professional competence. So once you have done, you'll get a blue card, that is a driver qualification card. Once you have done your CPC, you'll get driver's qualification card, DQC, in the post. And once you have that, that means you can actually start carrying passengers on your buses. Before you do that, they will put you onto another training that will be a mentor or a buddy. And different garages have mentors. So the mentors are there to teach new drivers on how their garages or how everything works in the garage. So from buses, how the buses are starts, to the length of the bus, the width of the bus, how to operate the wheelchair, how to use the electronic ticket machine, as we call it ETM, how does the Oyster reader works, and how does the MDT works. They will show you how to program all that. Then they will teach you the routes, what route you want to learn. So they will take you to a particular route. You can't choose the route. They will pick any. If you have 20 routes, out of the 20 routes, you might end up learning 3 or 4 routes, depending on how quickly you can pick up. You have to have a good memory. Once you've done that, they will sit down with you, go through everything. They will also try and assess you on your driving. So they will, from day one, you pick up your duty pack. The time they trained you on how to check your vehicle, I will do a video on that as well. So what do bus drivers do when they get to each point, and when they leave the yard early in the morning and returning at late night? So what are the things the drivers do? So I will show a video on that. Other thing, they will show us how to get to from the garage to point A. So for example, how to get to Oxford Circus. So there's a particular route that you must take. It is actually a safety reason. So you must you must have to go through that route. So they will teach you how to go through that way, and then they will take you along the route, and you'll be carrying passengers. So you'll be driving it, they'll be sitting down next to you, or they'll be standing next to you, or they'll be just behind sitting down, and they will guide you through. So for one whole round, so from point A to point B and point B to point A, they'll be standing next to you and try and track you how you're going, where to go, what bus stop you serve, what left turning, right turning you need to take. If you're running late, the controllers, they tell you to curtail at the point, what point you need to curtail on, they will show you all that. But not with passengers, but that will be on an out of service bus. So there's a bus that goes out with a couple of drivers in them, and they show them the route. So I will show you about that as well if I get a chance. Once they've done that, then a couple of weeks, 2-3 days later, they will just sit there and let you be confident in yourself on driving. So they will just sit down and assess you, how well you're driving, are you remembering, are you interacting with the passengers, are you doing the things that company wants, are you actually following the procedures, what the TFR requires, and there's other things that they look for. So once you've done that, the mentors will actually approve to the managers that this person is fit to drive the bus and it can do it by himself. So you'll be out there driving by yourself. So it seems driving a bus is a lot of how I say, stressful, but once you're behind that wheel it becomes less stressful. But as a lot of people say in this day and age, being a bus driver is a difficult job, but I've been doing it there's a lot of people who has done it for 30-40 years and they still find it fun to drive a bus rather than doing a 9-to-5 job. Because in bus driving, you start at 4 o'clock, you finish at 1 o'clock. Sometimes you start at 3:30 in the morning, you finish by 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, depending on the duties. The shifts are flexible, so if you don't like waking up early, if you want to do late, there's an option for you to do late. There is nights, there's an option for doing nights. So in the month you do variable jobs from early, middles, late and nights. So I will do a video on the shift patterns that bus drivers have within the company. So I'll be showing you all the tips on how bus drivers get their jobs, what they have to do and how to do it. Also, if you like any further info or any help that you require, you can just comment below. I can answer any questions you like. I will be within reasonable. I will answer all your questions. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification for more updates on my video, and please like my video and share with your friends and families. Well, if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask, and I'm pleased to ask any questions that you give me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If I have made any mistakes, please let me know and I'll try and improve on my video, because I'm new to this, doing vlogging, but I'm not new to driving a bus or any vehicle, so I will try and do that. Other things I will try and do is try to give you a feedback on passengers and bus drivers. What does passenger think about bus drivers and what does bus driver think about passengers? So I will give you two of those things. Other things I will give you is people always see buses running empty with their blinds out. I will tell you what are they. When people flag a bus down, why do they not stop? I will tell you a bit about that. So there's a lot more to know about bus driving and how buses are done. So just keep my channel, just view my channel, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, and please like this video and share it with your friends and family, because I'm here to help everyone who travels to London and use London buses, because we are here to help the customers and the passengers. We're not here to, as we say, we're not going to blank them. We are here to help you. So I hope you enjoy this video. You have a pleasant morning, afternoon and evening. This is MT signing off for my duty. I'll speak to you in a couple of days. Peace. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.